One of my most favorite things to do in the summer is to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We love, as you know, to go to Grand Teton National Park and to Colders Bay Village. On several occasions when we've been to Jackson, we've had the opportunity to go to the Bar-J Wranglers and see them perform. They have a couple of stories that I'd love to share with you. On one occasion, there were two cowboys, and they were wondering what it would take for them to find some girls and go on a date. And so the two cowboys decided one Saturday afternoon to go into town and see if they could find two girls that would like to go to dinner with them and go on a date. They'd never been on dates before. So they hurried that day and got their chores done and told the ranch boss that they were going into town. So they got on their horses and they rode into town, and they were so excited because they were going to go on a date for the first time. So they got into town, they got to the hitching post, and they tied up their horses. They said, let's tie up our horses here and we can walk the 3 blocks down to the saloon and maybe we could find some girls. So as they tied up their horses to the hitching post, immediately as they started walking down the boardwalk, there were 2 young ladies coming towards them. And as they approached, both of them tipped their hats, took their hats off, and nodded at the ladies and said, good afternoon, ladies. Would you ladies like to join us for dinner? And as the ladies stopped and talked, the 2 ladies said, no, we don't want to do that. And the one cowboy said, how come? And the 2 ladies looked at each other, the 2 girls looked at each other and kind of giggly and kind of sheepish said, we don't want to go on dates with you. You guys stink. You need a bath. And they said, you guys are really, you have bad odor. We don't want to go on a date with you. And so they said, okay. And the cowboys put their hats back on and walked on. And the one cowboy turned to the other cowboy and said, I'm sad. I don't know what we need to do so that we can get a date. And the other cowboy said, well, here comes 2 more ladies. Let's see if we can talk to them and see if they'd like to join us. So as they got closer, the one cowboy took off his hat and tipped his hat to the ladies and said, fine day, isn't it, ladies? And the ladies just stopped and wouldn't get any closer to him. The one lady said, stop, don't come any closer. So they started talking, and they were talking for a little while. And the one cowboy said, would you like to join us for dinner? And the lady said, no, we do not want to go out with cowboys that stink. And the one cowboy said to the other, I told you you stunk. And the other cowboy said, no, it was you that stunk. So they said, okay, well, sorry, ladies. And so they walked on further. As they got closer to the cafe and the diner, they'd noticed 2 nuns walking towards them. And the one cowboy said, let's find out what's wrong. So as the nuns got closer, the one cowboy said, afternoon, would you sisters like to join us for dinner? And as they were looking, the one cowboy was kind of embarrassed of his appearance and to be with nuns. But he was desperate. He said, yes, we'd like to see if you'd join us for dinner, please. And the nuns, as they were talking, said, no, we can't do that. You guys are really stinky and you need a bath. You need a bath bad. And so the one cowboy said to the other cowboy, okay, let's go. So they said, thanks, ladies, and they started walking into the cafe and the diner. And the one cowboy stopped the other cowboy and said, hold it, we can't go in there. We can't go any further. We need to find out what a bath is. The one cowboy said, I don't know, I'm not Catholic. How should I know what a bath is? So That story makes me laugh a lot.